forget about other controversy that's going on. So you're already on the radar.
Right.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying if I say it, I'm saying it. It's the truth.
Show was sponsored by Uncle Yuri. The views expressed on
You got any questions, call me. 216-702-06.
But yeah, we do have to stop giving away music, because that's giving away music.
Right, you giving away the game.
Yeah.
What are you doing it for?
I never gave my birds away for free.
No, because like Grandmaster Flash said a long time ago, why would I sell a copy of my library to you? So if they can hire you to sound like me, why do they need to hire me?
Yeah, right. I'm cutting myself.
Exactly. You shoot yourself in the foot.
Right.
He made a lot of money.
That's fine. I mean, but at what price is your soul?
He gave the soul.
What price is your soul? That's the whole thing. I think people they lost. Like, okay, all these days are coming up. This is how I take away. I subtract the DJs from the entertainers from the purists. There's three categories. The purists grew up reading the labels and the inside of the inserts. They still do to this day, cassettes, albums, and everything. The CD covers, we read it, we appreciate it. Right, we know we can have in-depth conversation.
And those are the purists.
Right, so now you got the entertainers. They know how to talk and have a conversation with people so they make themselves, seem like a great person as far as engineering or doing their party.
Marketability.
Right, marketability.
I know.
So now you got the DJs. To me, DJs are glorified jukeboxes. Because I'm not making a request, I'm not taking a request. All DJs make requests, they take requests, they put the BPM mixes together and they think that should sound good. Even though it could be a train wreck, but to them it sounds good.
Yeah, right, because of the flow.
Right.
That they think they got.
Exactly. And then, you take the veteran cats and you count them out. Even though the veteran cats got longevity in this game. Right. Like you could trace their history back to where you first fell in love with music, but you still want to discredit them. Then you got the other people that hang on that can't even validate where the fuck they've been the last 10 years.
Man, say that shit.
I don't get it.
Yeah. But I do want to speak on the curious part. Just like you were saying, like they actually open up the sleeve and they read the credits.
Yeah,
right. It's like I mean the music is cool, but you need to know
behind the scenes.
Yes,
right. Unsung story.
You need to know that. Absolutely. And I know like when it comes to mix CDs, and I was talking to a DJ who basically in the same situation, talking pretty much the same thing you're saying. Mm-hmm. Like if you putting out product and people want to get a blah blah DJ product, just like with Jay. I see when Jay throws a joint and he puts his CD in there, he puts his CD and other things to go along with it. So you get a special package.
Right.
But you're not getting that. I mean, you giving that to that person, and that person is not going to be giving it to
what you're Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Right. It's like, oh, this is authentic because you got other stuff to come in.
Right. Yeah, they're excited they got it.
Right. But it's an authentic, image, just like when you was talking about the Raising Hell joint. You got certain colors. And those were special.
Right. It meant something to you.
Right, but then the scavengers, they
don't know that. Yeah,
right. They don't give a damn about the cover, the color, or none of that.
No.
They can't even tell you.
They'll never have that conversation.
When I gave you those 4 books of CDs, I got some personal shit. Yeah, go ahead and take them and find what you need.
Right.
Because I know when he gets it, it's his.
Right.
And it's not going no further.
It's kind of like my situation.
Right.
Where you looking for songs in the key of life. You got 1 million of those albums, but you're looking for that one with the 45.
Right.
Y'all talked about that, right?
Yeah, it's like if you find, okay, damn, I got 10 copies of songs in the key of life. This one got the liner notes, this one got the book, this one got both of the albums in Mick Edition, but ain't none of them got the 45.
And
now you got to come see.
Viewers feel like it's trash without the 45.
Right. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
And then some people are like, man, I don't need the 45. I'm like, you don't need the 40. Just like people understand, One Nation Under the Groove
They don't even know.
You need that 45.
They don't know.
One Nation Under the Groove came with a 45.
I had that.
And I had bought one and it didn't have a 45. I argued for an hour like, dude, I got a 45.
Right. It's like if you, like what's the Parliament Live album? People All Star Live album. It came with this huge poster,
The poster.
with Sir Knows. If you didn't get that
Yeah.
fucking poster in that
You don't
album,
want
man,
it.
you don't want it.
Yeah.
You don't
It
want it.
ain't
You
worth
don't got
shit.
that poster,
Yeah, right,
you don't want it.
For what?
Because there's people that will come in there and say, "Oh, I mean, you got the album, but where's the poster?"
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Where's the
Yeah.
poster?
True.
Right.
You got the
It's
real
like,
one. Right.
that
Oh,
poster.
this ain't the real shit.
I'm not paying $25 for this and it ain't got the poster in it.
Right. Right.
That's like Shaka Khan. Like a lot of people don't know, her album came with a life-size poster too.
It sure did.
And if you buy that Shaka Khan album, what person you know, what man you know on this planet that don't want a life-size poster of Shaka Khan?
Back then, that
Right, back then,
that Shaka, right?
Shaka with bare feet.
Right, he wanted that poster.
Yeah, she was Shaka.
Yeah, if you were 16, you really wanted that poster.
You were
It's like when
but it's the truth.
It's like when people like, I don't DJ when my turntable split. And y'all do. I can't. Like, I don't care. I will cross my hands the entire time.
How many times did we go through that?
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
put my turntables back. It's like, like him and my brother, man. I'm like,
That was
oh,
the fight.
okay.
That was the fight. Oh,
We still had that fight with him.
And then like Pac-Man him like, man, I ain't Premiere. I said, man, ain't your turntable either.
Right.
So back up. So like last Thursday, I had a train wreck set.
Oh, yeah.
That was horrible. It was awful. Let me tell you what happened.
On the playlist.
I was horrible. It was the worst.
Okay, well, look,
It was like-
can I stop you right there?
DJ blindfolded with my left
Hit
hand.
pause, go ahead.
The set that I heard on live was dope. So I
was
don't know
that-
what.
Look.
Hold
Was
on.
that edited?
Here's
Was
the
that
behind the scenes
because-
story.
Okay.
Here's the behind the scenes
No,
story.
Okay.
It was, I brought one.
Well, it was actually 15 minutes.
And look, and when I saw it, I'm like,
Yeah,
he only got
you
one
missed
V.
the train wrecks.
When I saw you with 1v7, I'm like, something's wrong.
This what
When I
happened.
saw you with one,
I
I
was
was
trying to
something's
bring
wrong.
two, but I had an extra. I said, I'm gonna leave it up here anyway. We was talking about doing an office. So he's like, just leave one up here. You know how to use one. I haven't used 1v7 since I first purchased them 10 years ago. And it was totally confusing.
For you.
It was the worst. It was like worst that I ever did in my life.
Wow.
I was like, ugh.
Boom, boom.
And then for some reason, Facebook didn't kick me off.
No.
They like the whole
you
set.
stayed.
And you know what was funny? Like we all had our phones on streaming the show live. Nobody logged off.
Nobody logged off, and it stayed on. And Facebook didn't kick me off.
No, nobody logged
I was
off.
like, that was horrible.
Everybody watching this.
Everybody watched it. He was on there complaining live in real
like,
time.
I
Like,
heard that.
man,
I was
he's
like,
like, this shit terrible, man. This is the worst shit ever.
Oh, last week.
Yeah.
I'm like, man. So I said, okay, but that was a lesson learned because we all had those one or 2 days.
Right.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh no,
I
we
didn't
bring
catch
it.
that.
Oh, it was horrible.
I know. Like,
When I saw you with
Listen,
I'm like,
so it was over. I deleted it so nobody else could see
yeah,
it.
right.
Bing.
What it
It
is.
wasn't that bad.
Deleted on your channel.
Yeah, it's
We still got it.
You know, it was good parts, but it was
no,
overall.
it was great. It was great song selections,
Right.
And we got what you was doing. So, with you, if that was your handicap or not using it,
We can
you
get
know, the
past
song
that.
that you was playing, we can get past that. Like we've heard worse by people that call themselves professionals.
So it was so
true.
Yeah.
True.
But I'm not that guy that's like, man, you know, even though I did this, it was great. You know, I'd rather y'all tell me like, you had some good parts, you could have did this. I'm okay. I'm cool getting criticism.
That's how you get better.
myself.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I oh yeah, by the way, I need Busta Rhymes and you got an extra one?
Yeah, I got one.
I'm coming to get it tomorrow. I gotta have it.
All right.
So I'm trying to
You
get
gotta
it.
go help me dig for it.
I
too.
would. That's what I'm trying to do for sure. I'm trying to make Shine, me and him, some money off of his stuff because he don't want to organize it,
Oh,
and I
boy.
will.
But I got so many records.
Here's the. I'm gonna tell you how.
I got more records than
Them side
person.
them
Like,
side
human
bags
beings
on
would
the
ever do.
bikes. The side bag on the bikes.
And I'm still buying.
Put 18 records on each bag.
Yeah,
And then he can
but
organize them, and then he'll
That's your-
organize them
Yeah,
36
those are
records
the
at a
things
time.
those are the things that keep me going.
right.
I'm not a hoarder. I'm at hoarder status.
Yeah.
But my hoard is organized. It's not like I got toilet paper and
Yeah,
shit
right,
stuff
right.
in
I got a
crates.
new shirt that says it's not hoarding if it's vinyl.
It's vinyl with that. It's not hoarding.
Tanisha got me a shirt that said it's not hoarding if it's vinyl.
Well, it's not hoarding then. 'Cause
Is it?
It's vinyl.
Is there a way you can
You
get
good.
insured? Like if something happens to
But you know, okay, so
There
here's
really
what
is,
happened.
yeah.
I'm
It's
gonna tell you
very,
the
it's
story.
very expensive.
No, it's not even expensive. They will only insure up to $5,000
Yes.
of your collection, no matter how much you got, no matter what's in it.
Mm-hmm.
They will only insure up to $5,000. So other than that point, if you
God
want your
damn.
if you want your collection
You need
insured
other
or that,
people involved
you have
with
to get it improved. You have to get it appraised, and you have to go to multiple companies
Yes.
that come in and do different badges of your collection.
And I was saying they section it off, right?
Right. So this collection will be insured by State Farm. This section will be insured by Allstate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can't. One insurance company will not insure a vinyl collection.
Do
in its
they-
entirety.
So that's where it
One
gets
way around it.
expensive.
Do they want an itemized list with that?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm out, but
Too much
it's a way
work.
around
Too
it.
much work.
It happened because a dude told me, he's like, listen, off the record, get it with your renter's insurance and just
Well, no,
whatever
I'm
you
tell
say.
you- I'm tell you why.
And they let us do it.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Last year that law changed. That loophole is gone.
Yes.
That loophole is gone.
I found out too.
So
'cause
I
the
had
renter's
remember when we
insurance
had that
canceled.
severe ass rainstorm last year.
Sure.
And shit just was raining like crazy. So I found some water.
In your basement?
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck it
Are
came
you
from.
serious?
Yeah, but you know what? It was that time when I think it rained like nonstop real hard for 3 days.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a lot, but it was enough that, any water around a person with vinyl, that shit is
That's
unheard of.
dangerous, right?
But I never set my collections on the floor anyway.
Right.
Everything is cased up.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, like a guy came out, Juster came out. I said, man, listen, I need to know how the fuck can I insure this shit? Because I got $1 million+ worth of shit
Easy.
in my collection.
Right.
So I need to find out like if
How to go about
that
this.
any disaster happened, whether it be an act of God or whatever. He was like, I'm gonna tell you something. I would hate to be the person that come here and hand you a check. He's like,
Because you're only getting so much.
yeah, he said because we're only allowed to allot for you $5,000, regardless of what's in your collection. He said you could have the Beatles' first pressing of an album.
One record could be
He said
5,000.
we can only give you 5,000. He said, and I don't want to be the guy that gets my ass kicked.
Yeah.
For disrespect.
Because he knows what you're right.
So that loophole changed last year. I wasn't informed of that. I'm gonna have to check that.
Yeah, you want to check that because
Like
last
that 5,000 does nothing for me. I just saw the
Five-
Beatles cover.
5,000.
Everything I love on my children. I just saw the Beatles butcher cover, and you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
For $1,000, just the cover,
No record.
just the cover.
So I got some
Picture.
story about that.
Unpeeled.
Fucking picture.
Now here's the kicker. I'm at
How much I tell you for rent?
I go to these
We'll holler.
what they call them damn things?
Swap.
No. It's like a record convention. So I
Okay.
go to these conventions 3 times a year, and there was a guy there who had the Beatles Butcher's album, pristine. The album didn't have no fingerprints.
With
on
still
it.
with the babies?
Yes.
What?
It had no fingerprints on it. Had plastic on it.
What stuff? Ain't no
First
stuff. I let
present.
it go.
Everybody around him was like vultures. Like this is the first time I ever walked into a convention and I saw like collectors around one person. Like,
Right.
Talked about
and
that,
man,
bro.
he was like,
We good.
he had it set out on
Yeah,
a table for
good.
$75.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, and he said that a guy that was in the room with him
You got on
told
where?
him that was a
Get
good
loose,
price.
I thought-
And if nobody bought it by the end
Oh,
of the day,
who won tonight?
he would buy it.
Mighty
So I
Mark
walked
and
past and I picked,
$75.
man, listen, this is a real story. I picked it
I
up.
loved you.
I said, you want $75 for this?
Yeah.
He was like, is that too much? I
So,
said-
did you hit him with the Cleveland?
No,
Nah,
no.
he
I
gonna
told
tell
the
the
truth.
real.
I said, hell no. I said, man, it's not enough.
We on right
Not
now.
even close.
And this is
Yeah,
this is an
right.
older white guy.
6 o'clock.
I said, listen,
Yeah, we on right
if
now.
I was you,
Okay.
I'd take this
All right,
record
bro.
home, put it in the
Peace.
case, and never bring it out.
Yeah.
I said, this is the most perfect copy of this album that I've ever seen in my life. I said, me looking at this record right now, I'm not even a praiser, but I can tell you, you can get close to $1,000 for this album, man. I said,
Wow.
if anybody here told you to sell this for $75,
You
they're
stop
here
there.
trying to steal it from you.
Yeah. Right,
He was
right.
like, are you serious right now? I said, man, listen, you have the most pristine Beatle collection that I've ever seen in my life. And this
Insane.
album right here is a unicorn of the entire
Yeah.
collection. Oh my God, you should have saw all the people around me turning deep red. If they wanted to have a lynching, they could have had it right here.
It was all over you. huh?
Even $1,000 for that is a deal.
Right.
I
Yes.
had a dude was on Coventry. Melvin Owens called me. He's like,
Yeah.
"This is a dude selling 4 crates of."
You told me about that, right,
And
right.
my dad, I told him that's something about these 4. He said, "All right, bring." I told Sean first. My dad said, "I said, oh,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna keep all the Beatles records." I was like, "The Butcher cover?" I'm looking like, "You gotta be fucking kidding!
Man.
You gotta be." So I said, I looked on. I went on eBay because I don't want it. Went on eBay.
But
I had
you
it in the
know
club
it's
for a
worth,
minute.
though.
Put it on for 500. Bing! Immediately went bing, bing, bing. Do it inbox my man. It said it's unpeeled. It's original. It hasn't been covered because they covered it up after the first 300 copies.
Yep.
He was
Oh.
like, dude, I'm gonna wait to the end. It got to 950. Dude thought he had it. The same dude that called me, 1,000. for the cover.
Just the cover.
Just the cover.
Because they put a cover up over the original press.
Put a sticker.
Yeah, they didn't want nobody to see it because it was considered like one of those things where it was like babies. Like it was bad.
It was terrible.
It was bad by beyond standards back then.
Really?
Like now it'd be nothing.
Yeah, now it's nothing. But back then it was
Considered
controversial
lewd?
as hell.
It was worse than load. It was like
it was like gore. It was considered gore.
Oh, okay,
It was
okay.
considered
So it's
gore
one of
back
those.
then.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
it was like Marilyn Manson to
Yeah.
Tony of Power back
Yeah,
then.
it was
From
all
the
bad.
Beatles. Wow. Okay.
It wasn't out. You don't know about it because it wasn't out. It was like a week. It was only 300 copies, 300 or 400 copies made.
Oh.
Then the rest of them that was already printed, they put a sticker over them.
Yeah.
But the first one,
They
you could literally
censored it.
peel it off and still have a cover. This one
Right.
was, it had never had a
It
sticker.
wasn't a sticker.
That
Okay.
easy.
That was like
Oh,
a
yeah.
$3,000 cover.
Easy with no problem,
Yeah.
man. That,
How much you get?
Sean got a rare record. Sean got a $5,000 black
You
album.
probably,
got two. Oh, I
you
got-
probably got a few. At least
I got
more than
two.
one.
I got two. I got a Prince Black Album unopened.
The Purple Rain. Black
No,
Album?
no. Prince, the Black Album. I have one that's unopened from the record label that was sent as a promo.
421 copies.
And I have one that was open but only played once.
You played it, or it was played before
Somebody
you got
played
it?
it before I got it. I got
But
it.
you knew-
I got it for free.
And that's why.
And
I
I
fuck
hope
with you.
like the early
And I have
Rolling
the
Stones.
entire No Limit catalog albums all on vinyl, including Ice Cream Man.
They did the like the CD collection, like the
No,
box set
fuck that
for
CD
album.
collection.
I mean, but they did it in vinyl.
Pen and
yeah.
pencil.
People want
The
the
artwork.
albums, the actual vinyl albums of the No Limit catalog. So I have I have a few of different copies of the Ice Cream Man. I have Silk the Shocker.
Okay.
I have who else is
TRU,
Oh, I got TRU.
C Murder,
I got C
Down South
Murder.
Hustlers,
Got Down
Soulja
South
Slim,
Hustlers. Got Soulja
Mia
Slim.
X,
Got Mia X.
Mercedes.
Ghetto Twins?
No. I have skip past them. I got Cain and Abel.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
Yeah, I got Cain. I got my brother. Oh, I got Minister Society on vinyl. The soundtrack.
I got Minister Society.
I had.
What
You
that.
probably got the picture cover.
Was that-
I got
No,
the picture cover.
I got the
promo.
black promo cover.
I got the black cover.
Yeah, that's the only one that came out. That's the only.
I
The
sold all
picture
that
cover
shit.
didn't come out.
You sure?
Positive.
Hey,
Because I went
I
looking
got,
for it.
I got a bunch of above the law EPs.
Me
Not
too.
They were giving them
above the rim. I got a bunch of above
That,
the rim.
that was giving that up shit.
Yeah, they was giving
I
out.
was like, and you know what else is hitting choices? One soundtrack. It's
Really?
ridiculous.
3 6 Mafia.
3-6, my choice. The first one.
Right.
The second one is the first one.
I got the first one on vinyl. I was a 3 6 Mafia fanatic.
They all
You was all over
they all
that. You told me a
45 and
story
up.
about that.
Wow.
Choices, and it's just an EP.
Well, I'm not selling mine.
I am.
Like if the MP3 game was dead tomorrow and they went back to wax, I'm the OG of classics. I got a little flip of first album Leprechaun on test press.
Say
I
it
got,
ain't
I got
so.
that. And I think you gave it to me.
I probably did.
Hey, do you remember, not albums, but we're talking about CDs, 2 Sundays ago, what we was doing, what we
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And you talked about
Not
that,
this past
that,
weekend.
that lumberjack shit,
The lumberjack.
the lumberjacks. We're talking about organized noise.
Yeah.
I heard everything you said.
I told you.
I heard everything you said.
I
And-
really fucking
and-
around.
Yeah.
It was a limited edition shit.
It's a little, and I've acquired it.
Hey, you know what I got on vinyl that nobody probably got on vinyl? Too Much Trouble. Players Club.
I got Players Club.
Yeah.
From Mighty Mark. He sold me his whole collection.
That's why you got it, because he probably got the same time I got mine.
Mighty Mark sold me, and now he's like, man, let me
You
get my
don't have the
record
show
back.
tonight.
Yeah, because
He's
I thought
well,
Big
big,
Mike
big.
was on.
Okay, so
he had an accident.
get
He
Big
good?
Mike, get well. Shout out to Big
Yeah,
Mike.
do
He was
that,
in
do
the
that,
car
yeah.
accident. He was very injured
God
today.
damn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got the picture. It was pretty
It
good.
was bad.
Did you call my attorney?
I gave him the information.
Oh,
So
he gets money.
if he used it,
He gets money.
so
Really?
if he called
Big
Tim
Mike.
Disney, he'll make him pay.
Bob Fingerthal make him pay.
I'm sure. Yeah, he was very into bad. That was
Real
a bad
So
accident.
Mighty Mark is on tonight?
So
Yeah,
he
Mighty
got
Mark
hit
is
from
taking
behind?
his- Yeah, he got
He
hit
got
from
hit
Okay,
behind.
yeah,
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
to call Fingerthal.
Yeah. Yeah, he got his car is mangled.
Yeah, it was
My daughter's car was barely scratched and walked away with 15 stacks.
Hey, I got a scratch on my car.
I'm gonna go crash mine.
That's right.
I just bought it.
Anybody got Jazzy Bell
Oh, so
remix on vinyl.
Hang on, real quick. We gotta take a station
I
break.
do. With Babyface.
Okay, taking a break, y'all. We'll be back in a minute.
Just only a couple seconds.
Great.
So if you wanna move that mic,
Which one we
you
do?
take this mic. I'm gonna give Sean this mic because I gotta run.
You cool without headphones? 'Cause I can do
And just push it down and no, just push this end down. Oh, there you go, that way too. Oh, that's the wrong goddamn.
Some on, bitch.
So everybody got a mic now.
Yeah.
I check out 1, 2, or 1, 2.
So I got about 7:30. I got to bounce.
Man, we did all this and that. Then.
No, I mean I got to do some shit. I got to take my sister there. Tri-C Center or somewhere. So I was like, fuck it.
She always get a job. She gets a try.
Man, she got a great job. She the director of fucking Brunswick campus. Shit.
I know she was the director of.
Here we go, y'all back on.
Was it Heat?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we're back.
Right. So, I got an email yesterday from Tim Jones. If you don't know who Tim Jones is, he's hosting the Baltimore Blend Battle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's like
I seen that.
Yeah, he took a hit.
publicized.
Yeah, he took a hit before the whole thing went down, and it was one of those things where it's like, damn, where do we go from here? Because we had some DJs from Cleveland.
Because of
that
the
had
virus,
qualified
he took a
because-
hit?
Yeah, because of the
Okay,
virus.
okay,
Directly
okay.
because of the virus.
Everybody shut down.
So they having a blend battle online now. So
Don't do it.
it's only 20 entrances.
Don't do it.
All you gotta do is submit a video to bedroomblendbattle@gmail.com. And if you select it, you must have live sound to participate. There's a flyer attached if you want to get involved in that blend battle. Shoot me an email, shoot me a text. I'll send you the link with the flyer. And then they're actually gonna have the still blend battle in Baltimore, but that date is to be announced with everything in the opening as things go on. But to become part of the qualifying ranks, you
So
still have to
it's
submit a
qualifying
video.
rounds then.
Yeah, these are the qualifying rounds. If you know
Okay.
you do your bedroom battle or your blend battle
Right,
at
right,
home
right.
or whatever
Like
you want to
the
get
DNC.
out on.
Bedroom battle.
I thought that was pretty dope.
That's what it's
I thought
called.
it was pretty dope. Yeah, I thought it was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
if you
a
wanna get
ton of
involved right
bedroom
now,
DJs.
Yeah, it's a lot of
that
bedroom
only
DJs
do
out
is
here.
There's a bunch of
DJ
them.
bedroom.
Wow.
Dillard said he had all the vinyl copies you mentioned, and Johnny O hooked him up with this guy. He sold everything, and he don't miss nothing.
That's why we don't miss L Dog. You got nothing now.
No vinyl.
No nothing.
I was in my basement and looked at
boy.
the vinyl like this shit got to go.
You know what's crazy? Because I remember L Dog had a backyard sale of his vinyl collection when the cats from Canada or whoever was going
Talk about that to me, yeah.
I was there. I spent $300 with L Dog that day. And
Did you get some gems?
Did I? I filled the back of my avalanche up.
Yeah, L-Dog got
That was a
some.
while ago.
Like all those 90 joints that I played at your party, at your vinyl event. I bought half of those joints from L Dog's
Really?
event. Yeah. Like man, my vinyl collection is ridiculous. Man.
We know.
Mine not.
It's ridiculous.
Bullshit.
Mine not. I just
Nah,
got.
people
What are you
say
talking about? No, I got
this
this
guy
dude
right
right here.
I got
Okay,
This
Fresh
dude
Grooves
right here.
So I'm gonna tell
I
you.
got 2 more Fresh Grooves on.
I'm gonna tell you what I got. I'm gonna tell you what I got. As soon as this shit over with, you know what I'm going to pick up? Lil Beaver and Nina Simone Baltimore.
Oh,
They're on hold for me right
you
now.
cutting them low with that one.
Oh, I'm
Ooh,
chopping-
you
I'm
cutting
chopping
them
them up.
low with that one, baby.
Because
Yeah.
most people don't
He
even know
ready to
what
run.
Baltimore is.
He ready to run out
They don't
right
even know who
now.
Little Beaver is.
Man.
That's quite all right, sir.
Oh, he's fuming.
He's talking about the TV show.
Nah, you know what Little Beaver is? Oh, I like the party life. That's original.
Wow.
Big city and bright lights.
But that Baltimore,
Woo!
that you
And I'm
struck a nerve with that
head,
one.
like
You
in
struck
real life.
a nerve with that
Break it when you get it.
Yeah.
No.
You
better run down the hall.
Nina Simone, it was some kind of remix. I didn't even listen to it. I just seen it on the 45.
Shout out to my man.
And I'm like, let me just get this. So I was planning on playing on my birthday till they said bars and restaurants not open. So I don't know when I'm gonna play it, but it's a 45. It's like a remix of
Strange Fruit.
4 women.
4 women, yes.
By Nina Simone.
Me and Simone, 4 women.
I ain't hear. I got.
That's what. That ain't called 4 women.
That's the name of the song.
Is it for women?
My name is Peaches.
My name is.
The last,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
The last one is
It's
Peaches.
some kind of house remix. It is for women.
Changes around.
But shit, the motherfucking Baltimore is so gangster. It's ridiculous.
That's hot.
So if you never heard Baltimore by Nina Simone, y'all need to go on YouTube.
Oh.
YouTube.
I think I may have heard it.
No, that album
That
is
shit fire.
insane.
Man, you don't put coke with that.
Okay.
Only certain people.
It's like putting
I
sour
got one
whiskey in
kidney.
and
I'm
bourbon.
abnormal.
I'm having a whiskey, a bourbon sour.
Right.
I'm abnormal then. Like everybody normal wearing masks. I'm abnormal. I'm not wearing one.
Hey, we all normal then, if that's the case.
No, we abnormal.
We're DJs.
The normal people wearing masks.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
DJs,
not
that's
normal.
the problem.
I got
You
you.
got it? Yeah. I want to see some part of y'all face. Just push it up. Turn it all. There you go, right there. Pull that
Bam!
This. Right.
The noise that y'all are hearing,
Microphones being changed.
Technical difficulties.
Sound
We're working it out.
Y'all look good. Y'all look good.
bourbon will do that to you.
It'll do something to you.
Make all kinds of noise.
Where's the
I'll be
pecan?
back in a half an
Man,
hour.
okay, so
Let's take a trip ourselves.
No, let's
the
go.
four of us should get together.
no,
and
okay, so
try
this is what we're
fucking
gonna
go get
do.
it.
When the world open back up, we're gonna drive to Texas. We're gonna pick up
We ain't
all.
gotta go to Texas. Yet,
That's where it came
Well,
from.
fuck it. Let's go.
We're gonna go to Texas. We're gonna go to Texas, Kentucky, and
Missouri.
and Missouri. No.
Missouri got the good.
Okay, so
corn liquor
Missouri,
bourbon.
They're
Texas,
good.
and Kentucky, and we're gonna buy the most strangest bottles of whiskey and bourbon that we can find.
Let's do that.
And I'm gonna find
Put
a
that-
gas record store near
Good.
there.
No, we're gonna do that too.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah,
we
we're
can
gonna do that too.
Seriously.
But that's go. Well, our purpose is to go for whiskey and bourbon, the most abstract and weird shit that we never saw, from jalapeno. We can't play because
You know what?
here's what I
I like
heard.
that idea.
Like this
Let's
is,
do that.
Right. So this is a special on the show. But what I've heard,
The
was
four of us.
the people, the powers that be,
Bullshit.
the haters that be,
The spoon
they were
stirrers.
told that they cannot come on this show anymore. So
I
that's why we
understand.
haven't received pecan praline because
What's the restriction about? I don't understand.
Oh.
they're on the opposing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got
it's a
that.
conflict of interest, confidentiality agreements. That's what I was told.
Really?
Oh, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I agree, but you know,
But-
to each his own.
But you know what? You know.
But we're gonna turn this thing into a whole nother thing.
Right,
So fuck it.
Like for real, like first of all, you stole
Have
some
gas,
shit.
have
Right.
gas will travel.
Right,
Let's go.
exactly.
You're a
Yeah.
fucking thief.
We have cars. We have plane tickets.
Right.
We have reward points. We will go and buy bourbon and liquor and other
Get a
things.
We're
plane
gonna
ticket
show
for
us.
$8 right now.
Shit, and they let you fly the plane.
It's all good.
I'm like, damn.
That's a difference.
That's a good idea.
That's a good-
Well, yeah.
We should do that.
We should.
Men do what they want.
No, we gonna do
Boys
that.
do what they can. We go
Ooh,
shopping.
what do we talk about on the balcony?
Yeah, we going shopping.
Let's go.
We going shopping.
There
Hey,
it is.
what Johnny? Somebody play Albee Square Mall. We going shopping.
Not on
We
the
going
square ball.
shopping.
Man,
We
can you imagine that
bourbon? Bourbon and whiskey.
Bourbon and
vinyl.
whiskey.
And vinyl. From every
And not in that
We
order.
gonna start we gonna go to Texas.
Go to first place.
We gonna go to Kentucky. We gonna go to
That
Missouri.
is a winner.
Go to Texas, go to Missouri, go to Kentucky.
And I know real talk, because I just reconnected with my brother like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And we done went through some stuff, and I told him, like, me and him need to take us a trip. So we was talking about going to Kentucky and just tour all the
The Bourbon Trail.
Yeah.
and-
We should do that too.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, trust and believe, if we could turn this into an excursion.
That's what we're gonna do.
Right.
We gonna video
And
the
I
whole
would say,
shit.
everybody
We
video.
gonna video the whole
Whole
shit.
shit.
And we're gonna broadcast when we
Inside the
can.
car, drive,
Yeah,
whatever.
we gonna do
all
that shit.
That is
Y'all watching this shit live.
It's coming.
This coming.
It's coming. Yes.
Damn.
Whether it be
2021.
summer or
Oh, okay. 2020. Because I
Yeah,
know
that's
all
when
that-
everything will be open, everything will be official, and we'll be good.
I can
We
put
ain't got no
the
restrictions.
we can go to my car. I put the 24s on. Let's
That's
go.
cool. I'm fine with it.
Right.
I'm sitting in the back seat. One of y'all driving though.
What the hell?
Last time I drove your car, we almost got arrested.
Shut up.
I drive because I want to make sure we don't get arrested.
Listen, no, we didn't get arrested driving. It was the stops we made along the way.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that movie? Idiocracy.
Oh,
We're not going to
oh,
stop
my
at
God.
Starbucks for a hand job.
Or the hand job at Sparks.
Right, we're not going to do that.
Mercy went on Silver Beach. Dread threatened him. Like, yeah, because I'm on this push up, like, man, fuck you, son. By the time I got there, I'm like, where we going? Like, oh, we got kicked out. I'm like, oh, okay, where we going?
Just keep moving.
You cannot disrespect Silver.
He was on one that day.
Oh, shit.
Like,
You
he had,
cannot.
like, we was all grown, and by the time I got there, it had been decided we wasn't doing this show.
Oh, shit.
I was like, so where we going? Let's go to McDonald's. We go to McDonald's between 105 and between 55th and Euclid and 105 in St. Clair. I don't know what we had to drink, but by the time we got to McDonald's, homeboy laid on the counter. It's like, we want some Idaho. I said, some French fries. And we on the counter like, what about coffee? So his security walked up on us and was like, it is not your day for this. Don't do that today. I said, put your hand down. It's not your day. Just go over there.
Go over
on
there.
stage.
Enjoy it.
Like, I'm just about to punch out. Okay, but we can't even do that now. We waiting on these French fries. And I
want some Idaho.
I didn't know that McDonald's didn't have McDonald's man cookies. I was like, so when y'all stopped selling them, they were like 84.
Y'all was good.
All right, we out of here then.
Oh, we were buttered.
That was
Yes. And I was in the back seat of my car, and he was driving.
It was a great day.
Yes.
Wow. It was a
Like
great
all
day.
matter what, 3-4 hours?
3
And
hours.
we killed it.
And we was
never invited back to Silver Beach show.
Hey, shout out to Iceberg Pimpin'. He said he going with us on the excursion too.
Is he show? Okay, well, show up the show.
I fuck with Iceberg, man. Iceberg Pimpin' is a good dude. P-I-M-P. Motherfucking I-N.
Oh, wait.
Man, you could have, man. Everything at the stop was like, oh.
Look at the look on your face. That's priceless right there.
Shit got real right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Big Junior. So we gotta get some topics together for this podcast we're gonna be doing up here.
Oh, we doing a podcast. Special announcement.
Yeah, we
We
didn't
doing
get
a podcast where?
we ain't get an office just to not do nothing.
Y'all ain't doing no, y'all ain't doing no plugs on this show.
Special guest, Shonny Shon.
Right, he the first guest up.
Shit, we gonna do guests on this show.
Hey,
We'll be
Y'all
doing
gonna interview me on this show, and then we can do a feed where it can cross shows. We can do shit together, but
I'll send a paper plane across the hall.
we got sponsors up
I
here.
would say this. I propose this. Since, Shonny Shon, you did our interviews on your show.
He's not doing it. He's not
Hold
doing
on,
it. Stop.
hold on.
We already had that conversation. He's not doing it.
No, listen. I fuck with y'all. Heavy.
Yes.
So, if y'all want to do podcasts in y'all studio, if y'all want to interview me, you have to interview me on this show, but we'll do the feed for both stations. So you'll get your podcast.
So it'll be on a Monday?
Right, it'll be on a Monday.
Yeah,
it'll be.
it'll be on it'll be simulcast.
Well,
It makes sense.
Like, because I don't mind because it's a lot of shit I want to
Everybody
talk
wants
about.
your story.
I know they do.
Everybody wants your story.
And I got it for them. But you know what? Y'all have to give me 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
3 weeks.
You got 3 weeks.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you why.
Well, here's the thing. I want to
Because-
ask one question real quick.
Go ahead.
Do you need to go and witness protection afterwards?
Clear some
Witness protection afterwards?
But you know what? My life happened in sections. So
Okay.
you got me as me. Then you got my life.
Alter ego.
No, you got my life that groomed me to be to where I came, and then you got the things that happen along the way, and it's a lot because I'm probably really the only person that probably worked 100 jobs in their life.
Well, you haven't met my wife.
No. I mean,
She's like the original Jamaican.
but I'm saying as far as shows.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
dude, I worked a 10-hour day job at the age of 14
Oh,
I know
God.
you told me.
at a food processing plant on 55th and Creighton.
Oh, you
We talked about that.
I was doing child labor when that shit was illegal.
He was totally against the law.
I was like, dude, I was in junior high school and it was the best time of my life.
And loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. So I got a mean motherfucking story to tell.
So why are these people complaining about overtime? I'm like, who
I
cares?
was in 9th grade. I worked in this program at junior high called OWA, right?
I remember OWA.
So my grandmother was like, well,
Yeah.
when you finish there, you might as well come on to the restaurant and finish your day up.
Yeah.
Right.
Ain't that funny how they groomed us?
When you get off work, Come on to work.
work.
It's like, if you gonna work for them in the kitchen, you might as well come work in this kitchen.
It wasn't no different for me.
I'm like, man.
I went in at work at 5 a.m. in the morning, and we didn't have no punch out time.
God.
You got through
Work
when the
was
work
done.
was through.
Yes.
So I would come home at 6 o'clock, and then my aunt downstairs would be like, "Hey, get that lawnmower out the back."
There's still shit
You know, cut this
done.
grass. I'm like, dog, like, hey, what the fuck?
Yo,
It
it's
smell like
okay.
vegetables out here.
Right. What's the
Right.
homeboy, man? He from Cleveland. I think his name David Harris. He on Netflix right now. You know, he's from Cleveland.
He's from Cleveland, yes.
And his wife is named like Julie. He always called her Julie, but he's from here.
Oh yeah. I mean,
He's from here, man. He's from Cleveland.
He
man.
in Cali right now.
Oh my God, man, he hilarious. Like his regular everyday life.
Yeah.
It's just funny, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like,
from
this
this
cat, how come I'm just now hearing about him?
Yeah.
And he filmed a special here.
Yep.
Hey, real quick, not to cut
Yeah,
everybody
no,
off.
you good.
I want to send a super shout out to our brother that just turned 50
Oh
yesterday.
yeah, my brother turned
My
50
best friend,
yesterday.
his brother. He all the way in Afghanistan, but he listens.
What's his name?
James
Curtis
Pinnock.
Happy birthday, James.
He part of the 50
He-
club now.
He my brother and he my frat brother. No,
Shout out to all the Tauruses.
man, my mother had all tourists. all of us.
I'm gonna tell you a fucked up story about Taurus.
Say it, please say it, because a bunch of them.
Like, dude,
But I love
I'm a
birthday.
Leo,
Oh,
right?
goodness.
So you imagine I'm on a planet by myself.
We gravitate to them.
No.
Leo, ain't you?
Here's my story. You a Taurus too?
He a Leo.
Oh, you a Leo? Okay, yeah, you're a Leo. Okay, so
See,
I'm
I'm a
Leo.
Capricorn. I
We
deal
got
with
two
all y'all.
Leos in here.
I deal with all y'all.
So my mother, my father, my daughter, my daughter's mother, all Tauruses.
I like the way you put that. That was very great.
Yeah.
You did a great
Yeah,
job.
I'm
You did a
hating
great
on
job.
nobody.
You did a great job.
But May is a fucked up month for me.
Especially money.
I'm gonna tell you, oh, money is all bad. Okay, so happy birthday to my father. First of all, his birthday is tomorrow.
My son's
Happy birthday,
tomorrow.
Pops.
you're
Happy
really-
birthday,
Happy
yeah.
birthday, Pop. So he'll be 70 tomorrow. My
Good
father will
shit.
be
Happy
70
birthday.
tomorrow.
Good
So
shit.
happy birthday to my dad, my father, because there's a difference between dads and fathers. Happy birthday to my father.
Absolutely.
That man planted everything in me to make you as solid as you could be. So I
Absolutely.
love him to death.
There
I
it
give
is.
my life for him.
There it is.
Happy birthday to my father tomorrow. So, moving on. My brother's, my mom's birthday is next week on the 6th. My daughter's birthday is on the 11th. Mother's Day is that Sunday. Their
You're fucked.
anniversary is that
You're
Sunday.
fucked.
And my grandson's birthday is on the
I'm about to say, when is
20th.
your grandson's birthday? Because I know that's May
It's
too.
all, yeah, all
I got one for you.
it's
So check this out. So,
crazy.
my mom had a daughter before we were born. She was born in February. She died the day she got christened, literally on a Sunday. My mother had 4 more children. All of us were born on Sundays.
Wow.
My brother was due May 1st. He was born April 26th.
Gotcha.
My sister was due April 26th. She was born May 1st.
Y'all got sick.
Damn.
I was due May 12th. I was born May 12th. My sister was due May 12th. She was born May 12th. We born 6 years apart, both on Mother's Day.
Damn.
My son's birthday is tomorrow. My grandson's birthday is 2 days after that. My grandson was born 35 years to the day my sister passed.
Shit.
My other son's birthday is on the 18th. On the night, right after mine is on the 19th. And so it's just right in a row.
May is a pivotal month.
Right in
It
a row.
really
And my
is.
niece's
May
birthday
is
today.
amazing.
Shout out to Shonette. Her birthday today.
Happy birthday, Shonny.
It's a tourist thing, man. It was crazy. My mother once told one of my ladies, she was like, your son won't, and she listened to her. My mother was a Gemini. She looked right at her and said,
You heard that too, right?
they don't fucking listen.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
No, fuck that.
My mama looked at this and said, I raised
That's
4
why I fuck
Tauruses.
with you.
They don't do shit they don't want to do.
Right.
She said they'd rather take a beating and stand their ground than do what I tell them to do.
Yeah, Tauruses are so fucking stubborn. It's
I'm like,
ridiculous,
man. Like, the worst
thing
thing you can
about
tell
a
me, like, you
Taurus-
can't do that. I
Hold on,
can't.
hold on. Let me say this.
You gonna
Think
make some
about-
logic out of this?
No. Because this is what I've learned.
Okay.
This is what I've learned.
All right.
There's 2, maybe 3 different stages of Tauruses.
Okay.
And I ain't no zodiac type person, what time of the month, wherever you was born, but you got the Taurus that I'm gonna do what the fuck I wanna do. You got the Taurus that, okay, I'm gonna listen to you, but I'm gonna do what the fuck I wanna do. And then I got the Taurus that I fuck with you.
That
Well,
sounds
do
like
it.
all
But I fuck with you, but I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But if I'm wrong, I'm gonna do what you said, but I'm not gonna say that you told me to do it. You got that? You got them 3 tours.
I'm not gonna give you that credit.
I'm not gonna give you that credit.
I'm gonna do exactly what you said I should.
Yeah, right. You got those.
But I'm not
3
giving you the
tours.
credit.
Right, I'm not giving you the
I know people like that right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, one of them sitting in the room.
I give credit. I give credit.
I'm gonna give credit to the L Dog right now because Leos are the king of all sides.
But I've been hearing that for a long time from you.
Right, Leo's the shit. No other side counts when you're a Leo.
Absolutely.
I'm a Leo. No
Absolutely.
other side counts. I respect y'all, but no other side count except for Leo.
Absolutely.
You know what the beauty
You know, I'm
of
about to text L Dog right back. I'm like, you're wrong.
and here's the thing
You
about
handle that.
the beauty of me being a Capricorn, I don't give a shit flat out.
Well, you're a Capricorn. Y'all confused anyway.
And that's what fucks everybody else up.
Right.
That's what fucks
But
everybody
not
else
us.
up. You know, I know I'm fucked up.
Yeah, well, y'all.
I know I'm fucked up. But you know what? It takes you so long to figure it out. I'm gone.
No, my grandson he's in the situation. He's on the cusp.
Listen to the situation. Hey, man.
Gemini Taurus.
I feel I love him to death, but
You said a situation. I
I'm gonna
love
have to keep
it.
my belt on standby.
Man,
I already
because he
know.
gonna give you the business.
No, he gonna give his mama the business. He gonna get shit with a ass whooping for me. I told him, I look at him all the time and say, boy, you gonna get a lot of whoopings.
And let me ask you this.
You gonna get a lot of whoopings.
It's on a halfway serious note. When you became a grandfather, how did that hit you?
Man, that was like the turning point of one of the best pivotal moments in my life, man. Because you can't change that. You can't
I
ask for
agree with that. I agree with that.
You know, it's one of those things where you either gonna come to terms with society or you're gonna come to terms with yourself.
With yourself.
And I've never depended on society for nothing that has to do with me.
Got you.
And from the moment he was born, I was there at the hospital. So now I got more pictures on my phone than him than anything else. Man.
Really?
And
That's
like,
your
oh,
man.
yeah,
That's your dude.
That's my guy.
Right.
That's my guy, man. Like, you know, I would give my life for him if I had to at the drop of a hat.
It's a whole different meaning, man. It's
Yeah, I love him, man.
Like it's a whole different. And my grandson is a tourist. You know, he'll be 14 on the 30th. And I'm like looking at him like, man.
Iceberg, you at work. Don't worry. Don't worry about that.
Let it go. We're not focusing on you.
Shit, that was my buddy. He ride with me everywhere.
Oh yeah.
That's my buddy.
When you told me the story of how he laughed at the people with the mask on,
Oh yeah, that shit was fun.
that's priceless.
Yeah.
This is priceless because he knows you.
Yep.
He knows you versus the world.
Right, and that's
You know, and that thought process, as long as you got it, you take it and do what you want with it.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, you know, kids don't understand fear. They don't know what fear is. And I would never instill fear in him. Like I let him go outside. He fall, and he'll get up and look at his hands and dust them off.
Keep going.
He don't cry. He don't worry about that. And I would never.
We don't do that.
Yeah, I don't run to him when he fall.
Yeah.
I look at him. I say, get up.
Get up and
Let's
keep
go.
going.
Because you know what? As a black man, as a baby, and a black man in America, you're going to hear that term more often through your life than you expect. Get up
Let me
and
say
keep
something
going.
to you. Remember this? The undercurrent?
Yep.
Remember that shit?
Yep.
The undercurrent?
The undercurrent.
That's the real shit.
That-
Break this shit down. Break it down.
See, this is something that was spoken to me by my dad and my grandfather that's passed. You don't have to be on top of the. If you're in the boat and you see the waves and you're on the beach and you see the waves doing this, somebody riding surf or whatever. The undercurrent continuously moves.
It never stops.
It never stops. The waves, they have peaks, they have valleys. The undercurrent continuously moves one way or another.
Yep.
That's what you want to be.
Facts.
Keep moving. Don't stop. Them way, you know, the peaks and valleys, yeah, and everybody has them. Not taking it away from nobody, you know, because I've had them myself. But my thought process as far as keep moving, that's what focuses me.
Yeah.
You know, don't stop. You know, you're gonna have, you know, the valley of the wave, and it's gonna hit the undercurrent, and it's gonna push you down, and it's gonna slow you down. But keep moving. The undercurrent never stops. That's and this is some shit that I've lived by for a long time, and it's pushed me and propelled me through some of the shit that I've gone through.
I think a lot of us is here right now because of that.
I think we've all been through it, man.
Yeah.
Grow as
And I don't tell
black
people
As
that.
black men.
Well, I just told the world that shit
That's like,
now.
I tell my daughter all the time, I said, listen, I get it. I said, social media controls your life because that's the part of the generation that you're in. But your son is fighting a losing battle from the day that he was born on this earth.
Okay, he popped out, yes.
I said, you don't understand that as the black man in America, that's gonna be the hardest struggle that he's gonna have to deal with. So don't sit him in front of a computer. Don't sit him in front of a TV. You let him go out and explore and enjoy everything. He get his grandpa, he say, Papa, this. He want to know what everything is.
Right.
How it works.
Yeah.
What can I do?
The light
Can I do
switch.
something with my hands
Right.
and all that shit?
You buy them toolkits. You take them out there in the yard. You show them everything. You take the trash out in front of them. You do push-ups in front of them. You do sit-ups in front of them.
Yeah.
Because you know what? You got to be strong. You got to have some thick-ass skin to make it out here in this fucked up-ass world.
Right.
Yeah.
As us.
Yeah.
That's
And the
us.
same thing with young black women. Like, y'all, I applaud y'all, y'all younger generation for doing what y'all do. But
Good job.
I need y'all to get control of your existence and these kids. I really need y'all to, because these kids are only going by what you have to offer them. So
And what you instill in them.
yeah, if you instill in them what's on social media, like kids don't know how to play no more. Kids don't know how to read books. Kids don't know how to have fun because y'all don't know how to have fun.
And they have to be taught that.
Yeah, but you know what? They've seen it.
Right.
But they blew it off because they were so worried about what Beyonce was doing. They were so worried about Brandy. They were so worried about Monica.
Fictional
They were
shit.
so worried about Ray J. Then you get Love and Hip Hop. You get Black Ink. You get Temptation Island. You get American Idol. You get all these distractions. But you gotta be able
Of the
to say-
fantasy of
Yeah.
what could be.
not off what it is.
What's happening,
Michael.
yes.
So you gotta set those things aside to give people what they
Come on
want,
in.
what they need, right? Not versus what they want. You gotta give them what they need.
I like the version.
And a lot of people don't give their kids what they need. They only give them what they want. And that's the thing that's a problem with everything that goes
Oh,
on
yeah,
in society.
absolutely.
You can't give these kids what they want. You gotta give them what they need.
This the pandemic. I'm gonna call it a pandemic.
It's not a
of,
pandemic.
Of the convenience. People get so wrapped up in
Complacent and ignorant.
and not putting in the work.
Okay, so
And not even with their kids.
no, but you got
You gotta
kids,
put the
got-
work in as far as instilling different shit in them.
Man, do you know how many pictures I scroll past on Instagram where the kids is in the background, but the mama's taking a full body shot?
It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
Insane. It's
Your
insane.
dirty ass house in the background.
Yes.
Your little kids are standing there on your right hand side, and you too busy worrying about talking about some.
But
I
that's
didn't know-
acceptable now.
No, that's not
It's
acceptable.
acceptable in their world, but
Right,
they don't
right.
understand the falsism they're giving.
Right, but
To
see,
the
that's what
child.
social media gives them. They give them that false security of that world.
Okay, so
Right.
where's the men? Where do the men start to stand up?
Oh, they in prison.
No, they're not all
No.
in prison. They're not
Well,
all
I'm
in
just
prison.
saying, like,
It's
I mean,
only-
Most women that take
They don't
pictures
believe
have a
in
man.
that.
They- because they don't want a man. Because how many? Okay,
That's the thing
all
about
of
they
us.
don't-
We're in
and I
our
don't wanna
40s. We're in
say-
our
go
40s
ahead,
and
say it,
50s.
say
I'm
it,
gonna
say
say
it,
it.
say it.
We're all in our 40s and 50s.
Bullshit.
But how many of us have people that's men that was in our lives, man, that was positive male role models? Your parents don't necessarily have to fuck the man next door
No,
to be a
that's not
positive
true.
male role model in your life.
Let me tell you something. My next door neighbor, Mr. Drake, and I did this, I did that, and this, that, and other. The first car I had, I didn't pay $1 for. I worked 3 summers for the first car I had. The first car I had was a 1970 two-door Bonneville. With a 450, yes.
Was it 4, 5?
5. And this dude,
Pontiac.
and I wanted that car so bad, and he's like, "You want this car?" I'm like, "Yes, I want this car." Da, 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 da. He's like, talking
must
about
be from
mama.
Cleveland Heights.
He touches you. Listen, boy, I'm gonna tell you something else. I'm gonna put some other shit.
That sounds like from Cleveland
But
Heights.
look,
Hey, or Parma.
That's part of the problem.
he worked the shit out of me 3 summers, and then when
Yeah, you're right.
when he felt it was enough work done, he went to my mom and gave the title to her, and I didn't even know it. So then I got a car. I ain't gonna say, but I got a car, and I'm 15. I wasn't even 16 yet with a fucking car. The car went in my garage.
Right, because you don't clean it would have been stolen.
But then I got the car, and when I turned 16 and got the car, and didn't go to high school.
Right.
I cut school every day.
Because
I went
you
to
was
summer
driving.
school for 3 days, for 3
Let me tell you
summers.
something.
But you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
So then I go to prom, and I rent a Lincoln. Him and his wife, he got an IROC, and his wife got a Caprice Classic. And he's thinking about buying his wife a Lincoln. I want to drive the Lincoln. Drive whatever you want for. I drove 3 different cars for prom.
Okay.
You know, because he just, you know,
Positive man and
and
everything. It's
he's
not going
like, I believe in you, and I know you're gonna do right.
Right, but you got to remember though, it's everybody's cards are played different.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
I've always
absolutely.
had both of my parents in my life, but I've also had a whole lot of positive male experience, influences in my life. My uncle, the people that stay down the street. What the fuck is this noise?
Christ.
This nigga DJ Ellery come in the building. All you hear is payroll fucking gummy bears over there. Get the fuck out.
Jesus, Barry and Jojo.
Jeez. All I hear is
I need the sugar right now.
right. So, you know, those people, you know what I'm saying, you got people that's positive influences in your life. But as a parent, your child look to you for everything. So,
But the people that your parents surround you by, they have to know that. And I'm going off of what you're saying.
right, but here's the option though. If you're a father to a child and you and the mother don't get along, if you don't be active in that child's life, you chose not to be
That's
active
your
in that
fault.
child's life.
That's your fault.
That's right. Nobody
that's
forced you not
yes.
to. Because guys will be like, oh, well, the mother this, the mother that, the mother that. No. You chose to accept that and took the easy way out and said, I'm going to go ahead and keep living and doing whatever else I'm doing. You chose that route. Because guess what? The same way that the neighborhood teaches your child right from wrong, you could have chose to teach your child right from wrong.
And stand on the 2 feet that you got and,
Exactly.
and mean something.
You 10 toes down or
Yes.
you 10 toes up.
Yeah.
That's
Flat
it.
out. Yeah.
Bottom line, ain't no
And,
avoiding that.
and if it take you out, it take you out, but at least they know what the fuck you was doing.
Right, if
And
you
what
10 toes
meant.
up, you a dead motherfucker.
Right.
If you 10 toes down, you solid by any means necessary
Yes,
because
yes.
you want your little black child to win.
know what and where you stand at.
Right, that's why, you know, people want to have conversations with me about education and schools and all that shit, and I won't entertain it because y'all
Too many different ideas.
jump right to these
Too
white
many
folk.
different- yes.
And you know what, I'm
Yes.
not mad and I'm not racist. I'm an equal
That's the
opportunity
easy
racist.
way out.
Let me say that
That's
first.
the easy way out for
I'm an
me.
equal opportunity racist. If you a fucked up black person, you a fucked up black person.
Yeah.
You a fucked up white
I like
person.
the way you put that.
I'm an equal opportunity
'Cause
racist.
You use the correct verbiage.
Yeah, I'm politically correct. But don't let these white people that live in Chesterland and their kids go to school in Chesterland come down here to Cleveland and feed your kids fruit snacks and snacks to win their friendship instead
Wow,
of
I
educating
just
them.
had that conversation today.
Yes.
It's the truth.
Oh my God.
It's the truth, man. Y'all gotta watch out for these wolves in sheep's clothing, man.
Man.
They come down here.
The ulterior motives
Man, they
that
pretend to
are
be the
driven
best
by
friends to
some-
your
yes.
fucking kids, and y'all ratchet ass parents. Y'all can't fucking read on the 12th grade level, so y'all depend on y'all kids and these people to teach your kids that can't even fucking spell their name by the 3rd grade. When by kindergarten, 1st grade, they should be knowing the fucking alphabet and they phonic sounds so
swear.
that they can know all that shit.
Wow.
But y'all trust these motherfuckers to
3
teach y'all
hours ago.
kids,
Put
man.
everything into them.
They got a million tests in fucking
then
2nd
when
and
your
3rd
kids,
grade.
your kids
How?
come back to you with this shit.
Right, that you don't
know what
even
to do with it.
understand.
You don't even know what to fucking do with it.
Right, but the teachers, they fucking cheating. Those the teachers that got committed in Atlanta, they all got felony charges
Yes.
in Atlanta
Well,
for cheating.
that's a whole nother story.
No, it's the same thing because you
But
let
that's
these,
the
these
basis
teachers
of it,
were
yeah.
teaching in the urban school districts in Atlanta,
And had
but
no
they were
clue.
cheating on the test to inflate the numbers so they would continue to get funding
so they
from
could
the
bump
government
the
by the
policies.
numbers. But the kids were not learning anything. When I worked at Bedford, dog, I seen seniors graduate that couldn't read past a 3rd grade reading level. How the fuck is that possible?
And I agree with you on that.
Man.
But at a certain point, it's like when you talk about the politics of the whole thing, it's like you got to think about, okay, well, these cats, well, they have all the.
Once you go into the politics of it, though, now you're making an adult that's working somewhere, making a paycheck, make a decision like, okay, do I uphold my character and teach these children, or do I just go through and push them through the system and get my check?
Well, 90%.
And that's where but the white, they're gonna take the check.
Yeah, they there for the check. They're
They're there for the check,
the kids.
right? Yeah.
But they pushing people through
what?
just so they can get the funding for the people who actually want to learn.
No, here, no, but that's,
I
no.
am an eyewitness to that No Child Left Behind shit.
Come on
My
with it.
nephew was 17 years old. He got straight F's. He got straight F's in the 12th grade. They allowed him to graduate from
Are
Max
you
Hayes.
serious?
Yeah, because George Bush with 9/11
But that was that shit.
passed that fucking rule to No Child Left Behind.
No Child Left Behind shit was the worst shit ever. Man, my nephew can't spell cat, but they pushed him through.
Yep.
Now-
I saw that was too busy trying to be cool during the whole Chingy era. So they can go in there and do that dumbass dance. And them motherfuckers graduated, man, they couldn't fucking spell about.
And it's a whole thing about you have to decipher, like, is this motherfucker even really worth it? Because you look at
But who's to make that decision though?
But at what point is as a parent do you
You
say,
mean
you
as
know
a
what,
parent,
my
as a
child,
teacher,
my
or-
child.
right. Well, I mean, if this person, because I worked in the Last Chance
Yeah.
program,
Okay.
and it was more or less like people who was on their last chance before they get sent off to prison.
Right.
Kids in 14.
But dude, I worked at Bedford High School for 10 years as a paraprofessional. I didn't work. I spent more time with kids that had other fucking disabilities for their attitude and anger than they did than learning
Actual
disabilities.
disability.
What it was.
But the ISPs are such a fucking fuck over, and they keep pushing that shit to these kids. Oh, well, maybe your child should be tested. Maybe we should get your child tested. Why? Your
Bullshit.
child needs medication. No, they don't.
No, they
You
don't.
know what it is?
They need
You have
a
little
parent.
black boys that are very rambunctious and very active. Breathing. they're,
Oh, I thought that was me.
No. They're very active
Hey, look.
and very rambunctious, but you don't know how to control their energy. So instead of you as an educator trying to figure out how to find a common relationship between you and their child, you just easily write them off. So how is that acceptable? Like, I feel like this. If you don't allow your kids to go to the same school that you work at, you shouldn't be able to be an educator at those schools.
Absolutely.
That's just facts. It's like back in the day in the city of Cleveland. If you wanted a job in the city of Cleveland, you had to be able to work and live in the city of Cleveland. Your kids went to city of Cleveland schools.
Right.
But now there's a loophole to where you can live anywhere in the world you want to, but your child can go to the school that they want to, but you can work in Cleveland.
Rewinding back to what I was telling you. So me living in Euclid versus somebody living in Perry.
Right.
That's who's gonna get that position.
Right,
But you know what? At this point where I'm at, I'm cool with it.
But I'm not, because here's another one of my ventures.
Yeah, right.
I had a job before working for Scholastic. Because anybody and their mama tell you, like, I don't work a job. I ain't afraid of money.
Yeah.
I'm a hustle my
Afraid
ass.
of no money, right?
So,
Get it.
you know, I worked at Scholastic, man, bringing the book fairs to the schools. This was the day that it slapped me in the face as a black man. I was out in somewhere in Ohio, man, but I walked into this
State
library.
of Ohio.
Yeah, it was out in the sticks, but I walked into this library, and I had to take all these steel cases of books in there that these kids were gonna sell, and their parents were gonna spend all this money to buy these books for Scholastic book fairs.
Okay.
So I walked in their library. Man, their library was more expensive than any DJ setup that I've ever seen.
Yes.
The entire library was filled with IMAX.
Whoa.
The
Insane.
entire library.
Insane. Yeah.
3 rows,
Right.
all brand new IMAX. Then they had carts that I had to move full of brand new iPads. This is the school's learning center. Not to mention all of the books,
actual
library full of books that they had around there.
Right.
Okay, so fast forward on my route. I'm in Cleveland Heights now. I get to Cleveland
Right,
Heights.
they agree.
I take the cases in their library. They got raggedy ass
How
Dell
long ago was
computers.
How long ago was this?
This was less than 5 years ago.
Less than 5 years.
This was less than 5 years
That's
ago.
right. Yeah.
So I walk in
The
Cleveland.
library in the school or the actual public library?
In the schools.
The school,
This
yeah.
was in the school.
Yeah.
The schools out there in the sticks had fucking 3D printers.
Yes.
They had IMAX in their entire library. This was their learning center, their library. It was 3 rows of brand new Apple iMacs, carts of iPads. Like all this shit's open. I can see it because I gotta move it.
So
Yeah,
this is before they built the new school.
This is
Yeah, this is before they built their new schools. Yeah.
They got, that's what they got.
This like I go to Heights, the old schools,
The old
where you gotta pull in the back parking lot up
The
that
back parking lot,
hill,
go to the
come
hill,
down to
the
the
ramp.
hills and go into the
The
door in
ramps.
that hallway,
Yes, yes.
and all the little nappy head kids looking around like, oh, the books is here, the books is here, and I walk
They
in the
didn't give a
library,
shit.
they got
They didn't
raggedy ass Dell computers
Yes.
in every urban school from
Yes.
the Heights
Full of dust.
all the way down to
Full of
Cleveland.
dust. Yes.
All these raggedy ass Dell computers that ain't worth 2 fucking nickels. But I can go out to the sticks where you got all these privileged children that got brand new iMacs that don't give 2 fucks about none of that shit.
So did
But that's the
you-
parents not voting for those.
And that's what I'm about to get.
Yeah, no, they ain't even about to get no
Voting
money. They
of
don't
the-
give a shit because
the
if the first thing
levies.
that you should be offended for as a parent is how come your kid's school ain't never been on Fox 8 Cool Schools
Right.
for the kids,
Say
but
that
y'all
shit.
get up and watch that shit every fucking morning religiously,
Yeah.
but your kids do not appear on that school.
My kids actually were on cool schools.
For what Cleveland Municipal School District?
Oh,
That's on 88, brother.
No, both of my kids, seriously. My
What-
kids
what
were
school?
in Heights. You know,
That's
Heights.
that's Heights. But I'm saying they only get Heights and Glenville are the only 2 Cleveland Municipal School Districts that they ever get yet. School of Science gone. School of the Arts gone.
Really?
I never seen no students from John Hay, regardless of their programs on there, never been on Fox 8 Cool Schools. None of them. Not a one. Audubon closed.
Audubon looks horrible.
Audubon's closed.
John Hay looks pristine though.
But John Hay got some good shit. My daughter graduated from John Hay, so I'm not mad at John Hay.
I'm very
But
shocked
John
that John
Hay,
Hay haven't been on there. I'm
because
shocked.
John Hay diluted their program. That's why they haven't been on there. When it was like, okay, when John Hay first opened for their like science and medicine program, like you had to have standards. Now you ain't gotta have standards. You can go on there. Anybody can go on there. They can go there. Like my daughter was the last class that went there that when they had standards.
I
After
think
that-
a lot of people start protesting that shit.
yeah, because they felt like their kids deserve to go there.
Right.
But there's a whole nother school, Cleveland Municipal School District, that's a STEM school inside of Cleveland State University.
Right.
But it ain't publicly advertised.
Alright.
It's not publicly advertised because you know why? Your kids have to maintain some type of decency and standard to attend that school.
Okay.
But you know what? That should be the standard at every fucking school. Start holding these parents accountable. Like, you're not gonna bring your fucking Instagram kids to this school. They should be thankful that I'm not a fucking principal. they better count their fucking blessings that I'm never gonna become a principal.
I
Because
personally know a principal, and I ain't gonna say her school or her name, and she is appalled.
yeah, it's
She's
embarrassing.
appalled. She said if she'd rather take a $30,000 pay cut because they don't care about our children, and the parents don't care
Nope.
about their children.
Parents really
She
don't
said
care.
that-
That's part of the problem.
She said that when everything shut down, she said in her school, Chromebooks was offered for every child. Only 3 parents came and picked them up. So since those parents didn't come, the other schools that were short that needed them, they had to send those Chromebooks to the other school. And the parents still have to complain on the kids been on school since
The
March
Chromebook
15th.
computers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now here's the kicker.
They
If
did
you
not.
don't have Wi-Fi in your house, Spectrum has a deal with the government that you can get free Wi-Fi in your house so that your kids can do their assignments so
Yeah.
they can stay current in their curriculum.
But imagine that it's 600 students in the school, only 3 parents.
Come and pick up Chromebooks for their kids.
And the rest of them didn't even complain.
So that means you
So-
part of the problem.
It's
Yeah, that's
it's
letting you know right there.
697 parents whose children are not doing their schoolwork right now.
But they're gonna be the first ones to stand in line and complain, talking about, so, why my kid didn't pass? Why my kid didn't do this? Because your ratchet ass was on fucking Instagram. One of them parents to talk about, I'm tired of these kids. I'm tired of getting drunk. You them parents. Y'all are those parents, and you need to be fucking ashamed of yourself.
It's unreal, man. I'm like, wow. And I was at another school, because some of the charter schools, they hold the kids to some high standards. But I seen some parents coming there clowning, like, why they gotta wear a tie? Why they gotta walk in a straight line? I'm like, what? You should be glad though. These are qualities they teaching your children at a young age.
Right.
Shit, for my parents, shit, when they picked the school, that was the requirement.
Right.
She talked to the principal. She was like, "Do you SWAT kids?" He was like, "Absolutely." He's going here.
Eat his ass. But you know what? I said that years ago. I said when they got rid of corporal punishment, they got rid of the education.
They got rid of
Yeah.
everything because kids no longer had to fear the teacher.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? And that took everything out of. Now they can go to school and do what the fuck they
Well,
want.
that's separated because you know when you had corporal punishment, the kids who wanted to learn and went to school, they went there because they didn't worry about that shit.
Right.
All the knuckleheads that wanted to steal cars, smoke weed, and act the assholes, they didn't come to school because they didn't want to get their ass whooped.
Right.
Because you had strong black leaders in these urban schools teaching these kids to turn them out to be something. We had a fighting chance in America, but ever since 1988, that shit has been in the toilet and it will never come back unless the powers that be, which are the people that are us, that look like us in the neighborhoods that we live in, get off our fucking ass
I so
and
agree
do
with
something.
you. I so agree with you.
Well, you gotta fucking go to those, like they tell you all the time, don't worry about what the fuck is going on in the White House. Worry about this going on in your house. Take your ass to the community meetings in your city hall, in your neighborhood. Ain't no fucking reason for you to have a Save-A-Lot down here and a Save-A-Lot up there. There's no reason. There's no reason for you to have a hair beauty supply store right here and one across the street. There's no reason. Everywhere else you go in the neighborhood, you go in the suburbs, man, that shit don't exist. If you come in our neighborhood, shit, you can't even go 10 feet without seeing another fucking liquor store, a fucking convenience store, a hair beauty supply store, a liquor store. Man, it's like $27 stores. Man, if you go across 90, 30 miles, that's the biggest slap in the face in your life. It's a dollar store on the corner of 90, 30 miles. As soon as you make a right and come down, there's another dollar store right there. If you make a fucking right and go around Broadway, it's another dollar store right there by the bridge.
Right.
How many fucking dollar stores do you need in one fucking neighborhood?
And most of the suburbs, like when we first got we moved to Cleveland Heights, I thought we would never get SWATs again. Surprise. I'm like, oh, they SWAT here too? But they have the law, like you can't have two franchises in the city. It can't be two McDonald's. It can't be two Rallies.
Right.
When they had two Family Dollars, they made the one on Mayfield close. Like, it can't be that.
Yeah.
You can only have one in the whole city. Like, it's never been two McDonald's. And when one closed, it took too long for another one to open up, so it's hard. It's not a McDonald's in Cleveland Heights right now.
And see, nobody ever
Yeah,
questioned.
you're right.
Yeah, remember when fucking all them KFCs in Cleveland just shut down because they was all owned by the same person? And ain't no KFCs in Cleveland?
Nah.
Huh. People be need to fucking ask
They said you
questions.
can only have one franchise. That's why when Walmart was moving, it was too close. Like South Euclid and Cleveland Heights was too close. So Walmart got their own rule about 3 miles. It was too close, so they closed the one in Severance.
Yeah.
So, but they don't do that in the inner city. They don't. It's McDonald's everywhere.
Hell yeah, it's Burger Kings
Like
everywhere.
my kids, like, can we go to McDonald's? I'm like, I ain't even put no gas in my car for that. We gotta put gas to go. We gotta go back down the way,
Right.
or we gotta go all the way to University Heights.
People don't get it, man. You gotta. It's reasons why
You can
there's
work-
no Chipotle in certain areas of your neighborhood.
Or Chick-fil-A.
Right. There's reasons why those things don't exist. Like there, people want to say, "Oh, the mayor of Maple Heights. Oh, she's a great mayor." I said that mayor is full of shit. And I said, I tell you why. Because I reached out to the woman 3 times in a row because I tried to buy a fucking building. A building that I wanted to buy. She said, "Oh, it'll be coming up on an auction block." You know what happened to that building? They tore it down. The fucking VFW in Maple Heights on Broadway. They tore the bitch down.
Really?
Yeah, they tore it down. And then here, you know what? Fucking call me the whistleblower. I don't give a fuck. Vivid is open. Vivid Lounge and Nightclub on Broadway. That bitch is open.
That's what I said. It
Yeah, they
depends
don't
on the clubs
sell.
that
They
you
don't
at.
sell no fucking food in there. That bitch is open. That parking lot jump like it's happy hour because it's open. Because they ain't coming down there to check. Oh, okay. Let's take it up a step further. You go up across Warrensville Center Road. There's Wendy's, Rallies, Popeyes, Mr. Chicken, and KFC, and Taco Bell. All right there next across the street from each other.
Pretty much, yeah.
How the fuck is that possible?
They closed it. You saw on Northfield and
No, Warrensville Center Road.
Over there
If
where
you-
Jack
yeah,
Casino at.
right where the old, Bugettos used to be.
Yes.
Like, you come past there, there's Wendy's across the street from Bugettos. There's a Mr. Heroes. there's KFC, Taco Bell, Rallies, Mr. Chicken, and KFC, all right there. And then if you go a little further down the road, there's a Marco's Pizza and a Burger King.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that possible? But You got Farmhouse Seafood up the street that has the worst seafood up there, period. I'd rather drive to Woodland. And then,
But they got fresh.
That ain't much
Okay,
better.
no,
that's another story.
that's the reject shit.
Okay.
So, you know, that's some bullshit. Then, you know, but you have nothing valuable up there. There's a fucking
Where's the
Save-A-Lot
Fresh
where, you know,
Where's the
where
Whole Foods?
Sons,
there's no Whole Foods. No Whole Foods, no Heinen's, no upscale shopping at all. That Giant Eagle up there is the worst. Okay, here's my thing, and I'm being fucking honest because I'm mad. That Giant Eagle on Warrensville Center Road is the worst fucking Giant Eagle they could have ever
It's out of
opened in their
Bedford?
life. Yeah, no, in Maple Heights. Now,
Southgate?
yeah. So if you want to go, if you want like all the diabetic food and high cholesterol shit that's gonna kill you, you can go to that Giant Eagle. But if you go down the street to the one at Transportation, when it was open, you can't buy none of the shit that's available up there. Totally two different realms of food.
Oh shit, the one on Lakeshore, man, that's just like Fresh Time.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but the one on Warrensville Center Road and Maple Heights,
Right.
dog, you can go there and buy Polish boys that'll kill you. You can buy all the sugar, sweets, and cheap ass wines that will kill you, guaranteed. But you can go right down the hill to the Giant Eagle that used to be on Transportation. All the healthy shit you want to eat down there is in your, it's right
They
there.
even look different. They like look cleaner.
Yeah, it's night and
When you
day.
go
You,
in.
the one on Warrensville, dirty as fuck. One on Transportation, super clean, light brighter. They even wipe down the shopping carts for you before this shit
But
started.
you know, yeah, right. The crazy part, I live like the Zagaras is on
Lee Road.
Lee Road, right?
Yeah.
I used to work for them. And I was like, Mom, that's the job. One of the jobs my grandma was like, as soon as you finish there, come on down here. They have been expensive forever. They've been. I never realized how clean it was when I worked there. I just took it for granted because I'm like, get out of school, go work there. This one is even cleaner.
Man.
They're like, man, I ain't going there. It's too expensive. And I'm like, that's the wrong mentality.
Right.
This shit is
I don't want
better
to pay
for
that
you.
much. Yeah, like, dude, you want how bad do you want to live?
I'd rather die. Even the days, like the ghetto days in Cleveland Heights is at Severance.
Man.
The good one is on Cedar. It's right at the bottom of the hill.
Ain't that
It's
something?
like two different ones completely. It's the same fucking company.
And motherfuckers will not patronize that motherfucker.
I'm in there, dude. I can go in there and get whatever I want. Whatever I want. The other one, I'm there like, hurry up, get the chips, get out of here.
Man,
Like, I get in there, I feel like I need to go home and take a bath.
I'd go to the one in fucking the Giant Eagle on Transportation. I'm like, oh yeah, they produce like the best. I go right up the street to the farmer's market. I'm good. But everything else I need. But you can't pay me $1 to go on that raggedy ass Giant Eagle on Warrensville Center Road to buy a goddamn thing.
Yeah, but and that's the sad part about it because a lot of people is not able to.
They accept what's ever given to them.
Well, no, I'm saying like, far as getting transportation to those spots.
No, but the people in the area accept what's given to them.
If they demanded more, out
Then
of
they
the
would
grocery
get
store,
more.
they would get more.
Because there's no reason why you should have to go all the way to Transportation to get a better quality of food when you got one right up the street that's giving you the total opposite.
Right. But because I say the same thing about the East Side Market over there on St. Clair.
That is the worst. Come on. That's
That bitch should be boarded, burnt down.
I don't know how they open it. I mean, got nothing in
That's
there.
bullshit.
Right. It's like their excuse is that their product is high quality.
That's a pitfall.
First of all, Chicago put them all the way on blast.
Yeah.
He did a whole comparison shopping thing right across the street.
Yeah, that shit was terrible. Like, why the fuck would they even have an East Side Market right there?
And it's not a market; it's a grocery store.
Right, it's not even
Right.
a market.
It's not-
How can you even call yourself a market?
Well, the
Well, you-
problem is that the powers to be in that neighborhood want
Man, we just gotta
to
get
something
mics
that
for
it
this
wasn't.
guy.
You know,
We gotta get
they
some mics.
wanted to make it look like it was something that it wasn't. You know,
Right.
it was all a big facade because when they first started to talk about opening that thing, I DJ'd for the grand opening. All the councilmen were there, the mayor was there, somebody big was there too. J. Anthony Brown and Tom Joyner was there.
Sellouts.
So, you know, they all came up and they made it look like it was something that it really wasn't. You know, it looked good for the people. It was 1,000 people up there.
Yeah, it was good for the day, but it's like every other black event. You only show up for the moment. You don't show up for the longevity. But the people that gotta live here are the people that get pissed off.
Right.
And nobody in the neighborhood is telling them, like, listen, y'all, they having a community meeting at a different place. Y'all need to include yourselves in these community meetings because this shit affects y'all ultimately. It's not about affecting the neighborhood as a whole. It's about affecting the environment that you have to continue to live in.
And that's what they know. You know, they know that they can come into those meetings. That's why they're able to get off the shit that they get.
But you know what? That's why I hate every black fucking political council person in America.
Hey.
No, fuck that. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I hate y'all because you never once take that same energy to give awareness to the people that you do when you knock on my fucking door to tell me that you're running for a position on the board. And that's bullshit. If you take that same energy that you come to knock on my door to tell me that I'm running for the mayor of this and that, and I care about this and I care about that, what happened during the off seasons? In the meantime, I still gotta watch all this coon and buffoonery go on in my neighborhood, but you ain't nowhere to be found. Why do the Arabs have much more seniority of my neighborhood than I do? Why do the Chinese people have much more seniority of my neighborhood than I do?
We can also go there with this because it's been plenty of times I've tried to like, hey, let's get this, let's have our own, and dude's like, no, dude, I ain't about to do that, or I ain't gonna do it with, I won't do it with you, like not you personally.
Right, I got you.
I want to do it, but I won't do it with you. Then it's for rent.
Okay, so
if it's there, let's just get it.
Let's do this. I challenge anybody listening to this show today. Let's all run for chairs of council in our communities.
Can't do it.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. Why not? Why can't you do it?
Well, because I know I live in Euclid.
Don't matter.
No, because I'm saying I don't particularly like Euclid.
So
That's it.
So run for a chair in Cleveland.
He can't.
But I live in Euclid.
He
Don't
can't.
matter. The teachers live in Chesterland, but they work in Cleveland.
But it's different in politics. You have to
You have
live
to
in
live-
Cleveland.
Okay.
You have to own. You have to at least have.
So
a
guess what?
residence.
You're married, right?
Yes.
So your wife can live in Euclid, but you can run for a chair in Cleveland.
You have to have a
So,
residence.
so what is?
So get a place in Cleveland. I challenge everybody that's
So you
listening-
want me to go buy a place and just run for council?
rent it.
So rent a place.
Yeah. Bashir Jones did it.
doing it.
I will vote for you. Whatever you want to do, I will vote for
No,
you.
I just need solid ass people that believe in the people to take care of the people. Because guess what? I got a grandson. I got a daughter. I got products of this city that I care about in their future. You know, my daughter, it's like a tug of war between her and Instagram. Because the internet has stole our kids' souls, man. The internet is God to our kids. I don't give a fuck how y'all slice it
And our
up.
brothers and sisters too.
Yeah, but
So,
but I'm acknowledging that shit. A lot of people want to sit back and play the safe card. I'm not playing the safe card. I'm being 100% honest, man. This shit got control of our generational youth, man. Now what's gonna happen to the point to where me, you, all of us in this room get too old enough to wipe our ass when we can't? We gotta depend on a kid that's trying to look pretty with their fake ass Betty Boop eyelashes and Diana Ross hair weave to come and take care of us? Are you fucking kidding me?
yeah, but and to your credit, that's why you.
But that's why I'm talking about the elephant in the room, man.
Right.
Like nobody wants to talk about the elephant in the room. I do. That's the purpose for this show. It's not about trying to appease people. Like, yeah, it's entertainment. We all can listen to it. But let's fucking address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
So I don't mind. Like, I would run for councilman in a heartbeat, especially in Cleveland, because the Cleveland people are getting fucked every day, all day. I don't care about Frank Jackson. I don't care about what's his name, Reed. I don't care about none of them motherfuckers, man. Because guess what? If they come in the bar, they drinking with us. They coming at the bar, they partying with us. But what's gonna happen when this last call for alcohol and they got to go home and we still gotta live with that shit?
I hear you.
Nobody gives a fuck. I do. I've always given a fuck. So at the same time, when people disappear, nobody steps up because everybody feel like, oh, the burden is too much to bear. My problem with you ignorant motherfuckers is, y'all to say good morning on Instagram like it's church before you say good morning to your kids in the next room.
Preach.
That's a problem. Y'all some retarded, stupid motherfuckers. Like, who gives two fucks about what social media is doing? I got a whole household, but I'm going to take the time out. You know how much energy it takes you to log on to a website, go to your page where your identity is and say, good morning, Instagram. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, Twitter. But you ain't even going there and kiss your fucking kids yet.
Right. I get you.
But that's not everybody.
That's pretty much everybody.
It's not everybody.
Yes, it is, because I see more motherfuckers on social media at 8:30 in the morning or 6:30 in the morning before they even wipe their ass. Exactly.
Shit.
I'm just saying.
But the thing about it, you saying, but you act like those things, and I'm not,
You should run against me. Then it'll be a good, it'll be an interesting
because
political campaign.
because I see my children every day.
Yeah.
I'm with them.
But
I'm in their.
talking-
But hold on, I'm in their lives every day. I speak to mine every. I shout mine out every day.
You
The
do.
thing about social media is people will gravitate towards the negative posts. Like when I said my daughter aced the state test, I was amazing. Like, man, she aced the state. Well, like, you know, she got that from her mama because you know I cut 10th grade completely.
Right.
But I'm in their lives. I take them to school. I pick them up. So when people are like, how come happy y'all ain't starting? I'm taking my kids up. You know, it ain't gonna start till I get there.
So with that being said, how do you manage the fact of knowing that your kids have to deal with a world of people that don't give a fuck?
My kids got 2 parents, and sometimes 3.
Right.
We got everybody. So we teach. We don't let the world. They're not raising. I'm
But your
raising.
kids are gonna become more influenced
But we
of their
can't say that because I have 8 grown kids. So we can use my example right now.
Damn.
I
But you
got
got,
2.
but okay,
I got 2 in
so
college.
you
2
got a
in
different, you got a different background. But at the same time, I'm 100% active in my daughter's life. Always have been. But my wrestle has always been with what my daughter sees. And everybody else that I know, they have the same story. Yeah, you got some brothers out here that got construction companies. You got some brothers out here that's 100% active in all their kids' life. Always have been. Married, single, divorced, whatever. But they're 100% active in their kids' lives. But they're wrestling the battle with their kids and their cell phone and what their friends are trying to tell them what's right versus what we're trying to tell them that's fact.
I think that my influence is so dominant that they always come to me. They always go. I'm not gonna come first, or their mom's gonna come.
That's the
first.
key, right?
Because my son lives in Elyria. He called me like, Dad, I want to do Lee's Deli in Elyria. I jumped in my car, drove. He's 28. Drove out there, set him up, get him
See,
started.
that's the difference. Your son is 28.
I'm not.
But I'm talking about the younger ones with that influence, because there's an influence between.
But it's up to us to decide when you can. Like my kids got screen time. The little ones. I still got 6 little ones. I
Right.
got 16 down to 8. So we decide this is what you're gonna do. You can't do this. There's no reason for this. Let us control that. We control all of these cell phones, iPads, social media. We can control that.
Okay, so let me
I just haven't had an
Let-
issue with social media.
let me
taking over.
redirect it. If you have parents, split parenting, you and your kids have a bond. You and your child's parents have a different objective or opinion. So now you and your child, like me and my daughter, like I've always been there. Picked her up from school.
Got
Like, yeah,
I've been there.
yeah, you've been there. So it's like if you fighting a losing battle because the child decides to say that, okay, Dad, I love you, I hear you, but my friends.
Yeah,
I can't even speak on that one.
But it happens.
I'm not saying it. I'm sure, but I can't speak on it because it's not my experience.
Right, but as a child, but I get it from birth perspective because I saw it not only in my personal household, but with people that I wasn't even related to working in the school board.
Oh, no,
because they want to say, but my friends. And you know what, I don't think a lot of parents understand that the pressure that comes with
Peer
those
pressure.
situations from their kids. Because in the 90s, only thing our thing was being black, being militant, being strong, being aware. That was it. Maybe every now and then you might find the quote unquote player brother that might want to try to get some trim. I mean, that was the 90s. So, you know, nowadays it's a whole nother level of that shit where you got, well, if she ain't part of the team, if she don't do the team, you know, she ain't part of the, you know what I'm saying? Like shit didn't change. This thing got fucked up.
I done seen some of my friends go through that. Like, man,
Yeah.
I'm just like, when did I go wrong? I don't know.
But what if you never went wrong? He ain't here.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah, it's just those things, man. You know, there's so many variables now.
It is, man. But I've never, like my son, he has a TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be an FBI agent. But his TikTok every day, he draw a picture by hand with colored pencils. He does the silly stuff too, but his whole thing is, I'm about to put this on. I'm gonna use it to my advantage. So I reposted to people like, well, does he draw this? He draw all of that.
Right.
You know, so it's like my experience with my children and social media is completely different. They're trying to promote businesses, and my little ones could care less. They don't even get on. They like,
and that's 100% credible, and I applaud you for that. But I'm talking about that 99.5% misled audience that's out there, because regardless of the 1% that we may be in, it's 99.5% of the people out there that's totally the opposite end of the spectrum. Of they're definitely a part of what we're talking about.
Yeah. And Jetty, I'm gonna say you special.
Yeah, you different.
You're an exception to the rule.
Yeah, very, very positive exception to the rule. And that's fact, and that's beautiful. But how can we get the rest of the world to get on the same page? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm willing to carry that cross. Like, everybody was talking about well, Jesus. Guess what? I'm Jesus. I'm ready to carry that fucking burden.
So do you think people just don't see those type of...
I think people ignore it because they don't want to deal with it. They're scared to deal with it because, you know what? As black people, we think our pride has more value than our existence.
Well, how can we make them unscared?
Shit, you gotta fucking make it a fact. Like, I'm ready to get out there and say, you know what? If you can't read, tell me you can't read. I want to help you learn how to read versus trying to treat you like you don't know how to read.
But if you see somebody on Facebook that say, I can't read.
They're not gonna do that on Facebook.
No, but I'm just saying, it's the whole blowback on how people will respond.
Because we are our own worst enemies. We've been groomed to be our own worst enemies.
Yeah.
It's the same thing from the DJ world to the real world to the political world. It's everything. We are our own worst enemies. You know, we hate to see our neighbors cut their grass because guess what? Now you're going to feel like obligated to have to cut your grass to keep up with your neighbors.
Oh, no, see, that's a whole nother conversation.
No, it's the same fucking thing, man. It's the same thing.
I feel that way because I get pissed when I see my neighbor cutting his grass because I'm like,
But you know that your grass is going to grow. So at some point you're going to have to get off your ass and go out there and cut that grass.
or pay somebody to do it.
No, fuck that. You got to do it.
No, that's me. That's me. I gotta.
I'm not.
That's all good. I'm just saying, man. We gotta get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all fucking tune in next week, cause I'm fucking running for some political campaign.
All right.
Let me tell you, man. My lady got mad because when we first moved there, I hired a landscaper. He happened to be a DJ big.
Mm-hmm.
I said, she was upset. Like you got somebody to do my job? I'm like, I'm not gonna cut the grass. So I hired somebody to do it. I'm gonna do my own yard. He was so serious, like I'm gonna do my own yard. I don't need nobody to do my yard, things like that. But that's everybody's yard is done. I did a post once. I said, ain't nobody tearing up our neighborhood but us.
That's it.
It ain't nobody riding down from Pepper Pike spraying up. It's we tear up our own shit.
Man, I get so aggravated when I see people drive down the street and throw a bag of food out the window.
3 minutes.
Like that
Me too.
shit
Oh my God.
aggravates my soul, man. That aggravates my soul so bad to the point to where if I could be a vigilante, I would just grab an alley red and throw that bitch through their back window. Like that's how bad it is.
The dude threw a bag out of his window. Food got all that. Dude picked it up and threw it right back in his window.
Yeah, like that's what should happen. Like, dude, like why would you come to this neighborhood? Like, listen, man, your kids will never have a fair shake at an opportunity in life because y'all keep doing dumb ass backward shit like this. But you know what? The parents act like they don't see that shit. But then these the same parents you see turning up with their kids. Like, I'm not drinking with my kids. I'm not turning up with my kids. I'm not partying with my kids. None of that shit. There's levels to that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta get to this point. I want you to get to this point in your life, but I want you to have compassion and understanding why I feel the way I feel before you get to this point. And I think a lot of people don't because they think it's cool because they don't want to fucking grow up.
Yeah,
They don't want to fucking grow
I
up.
think it's cool, man. I get aggravated when I go in a store. I gotta go past a car. There's a grown man. They open their door and it's just the whole weed smell. Like, man,
But you know what?
Y'all got y'all's kids in this car?
Right. I don't care about the weed smell. Like my
I
whole
do.
thing.
I care when you got your kids in the car.
Yeah,
Right,
if you got
right.
your kids in the car and you smoking weed, you fucked up. Period. And then whoever let you come get your kids, knowing that you got your kid in a car full of people smoking weed, y'all all should go to jail.
Absolutely.
So the same energy y'all put into R. Kelly, y'all the same energy y'all should be putting into blocking y'all dumb asses up. That's a fact. But we got to get the fuck out of here, man, because the club style show is up next. We gonna continue this conversation next week. Y'all tune in. Get well to DJ Big Mike, Freaky Thug Nation. He had a car accident today, so DJ Mighty Marcus coming to fill in for him, followed by 9 o'clock.
Freaky Thug Nation.
Yeah, they Freaky Thug
Yeah.
Nation social.
That was crazy because I used to be in that club. I still got my color. Don't say nothing
Alright,
crazy.
okay.
We'll talk about that next week too.
We'll not talk about that next week.
Yes, we will.
Or the week after.
No, we will talk about that.
Drop another bomb.
Shout out to the Freaky Thug Nation, man.
So, and DJ Jew at 9 o'clock. So,
Hot mixes.
Not Big Jew,
yeah,
Little Jew.
DJ Jew hot mix.
DJ Jew hot mixes.
Yeah.
That's my guy. That's
So
my
we're
guy.
going over to the big studio, man. Y'all stay tuned in. We'll see y'all next week to pick up at the round table on conversations. This is why we fuck with y'all. Y'all fuck with us. We love y'all, man. Y'all stay tuned. We see y'all in 10 minutes.
Peace.
This is Cardi B, and you know in the club with OG DJ Johnny O and the Nerve Team.
Oh,
We
she got,
all dropped there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You are official.
she got thick at the last hour. She got thick at the last hour.
Shut official.
Ooh-wee.
She got thick at the last hour.
Oh my.
Them ain't yours, bro.
There he is now.
I think I ate all the red ones.
Because that number green was in here.
Well, I ate most of the red ones.
The bag full of green gummy bears.
I ate the last 4 or 5 red. Might be one left.
Take these diabetes candies with you.
No, nigga.
Eat them all.
You touch, you buy.
Call me Jimmy then. I don't know this motherfucker.
You touch, you buy.
Shit. Call me Jenny.
Yeah, man. They said they only did what's opening up to the 12th. So on the 11th, they're gonna say what opens after that. I can't be the only person open.
But it's still numbers that you can't go over.